Hello everyone, Annette Ornelas here from Southwind Designs. I am here with Mystery Quilt Along. This is going to be clue one of a different colorway that's going to be placed on a dark background. So I thought I'd do a separate video on that so you can see what that looks like. Let me take, this is the black that I'm going to use. Let me take this fabric and show it to you. So you can see that shows up quite nicely on that. So let's get started. This is just a simple 9-patch, clue one, with different colors. It has a different center square than maybe a more traditional 9-patch. So what I like to do is I like to sew in rows. So I'm going to set up my first 2 rows here, like this. And I'm going to start with the first one, place one on top of the other, right sides together. And you'll see I'm sewing with the blue thread, which is fine because you can probably see it better, or I'm hoping you can. So, and I'm chaining everything together so I don't clip my threads in between. Chain piecing works really great for that. So my third piece. And I started with a feeder, and I'm going to end up with end this little row with a feeder. So this is what I have. Now you can snip it apart, which I usually snip it apart, or some people actually leave it together. We're going to press to the green, which is the center square on this one, and the outer square on the middle, and the center square on the top. So here we go. So here is your next one. And we're going to place them a little bit over here. We're going to place the teal on top of the green. Right sides together. The next one. Of course, my batiks don't have a right side, but if you're working with something else, right sides together. Now on this batik, I like this side, so that's what I'm going to decide is the right side. Okay, so I have 3. So I'm going to use my little feeder again, snip them apart, and I'm pressing to the green. 1, I'm pressing to the green out, and I'm pressing to the green in. Oh, my feeder's still connected, so I'm just going to snip it off, save this one for later. And I'm just turning everything around. I like to arrange my workspace so everything is always placed in the direction of sewing as much as possible. Sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the time it does. So this is already pretty good, and I can see that this is going to match just fine. So I'm going to place one over top of the other, and I sort of feel what that looks like. I have one seam allowance going up and one down, and that kind of nests them together. So I'm going to start sewing from the top. And once I'm over this seam allowance, that's when I'm going to try to figure out what happens with the next one. I did a little preview before, so there should not be any problem. So when that feels nice and flat rather than bumpy or with a gap, then I know I'm really doing well with the matching of my seams, the intersection. Okay, so here's my little feeder, and snip and snip. So let me, so actually we're going to press to the green, which is the center. And then I'm going to turn it around. And you see this was all finger pressed. Okay, so here's the next one. See how well that worked out? And no pins. It works for me every time. I understand if you want to use pins, it's fine. It really is. Everybody works how they like to work, but I'm going to just show you my way so you know you can try it out. So here is the next one. Okay, I'm going to stitch into the square, and that kind of it works for me because it holds everything in place. And then I'm going to make sure this is nice and snug. Once I'm over that, I'm going to test the other one. Okay, all right then, so that's great. So I'm done with one block, and I have to make just 4 more. And again, I'm pressing to the green. That means the center strip. So this is what that looks like. Pretty cool. Now imagine that. Once you do a strip, place it on your background. Yeah, I think that pops. I think we're going to keep those colors going. So I will see you for clue 2. I hope you have a lot of success with this. And yeah, that's it. Clue 2, next video. And my Facebook Lives are also coming up on Mondays and Fridays at 2 p.m. I'll see you there.